In the Old Testament, God called a man named Jonah and gave him a very special job to do. Jonah, God said, I want you to get up and go to the great city of Nineveh and cry against it. Jonah knew that the city of Nineveh was very wicked. The people were sinful and didn't love God. But God wanted Jonah to go and preach to that exact city. What do you call it when you do exactly what your father and mother tell you to do? Yes, we say you obey, or you mind your parents. What do you call it when you don't do exactly what you are told? Yes, that is disobeying. To disobey our parents is to disobey God. Jonah disobeyed the Lord. The Bible tells us that he ran away from what God told him to do. Instead of going to the Nineveh to preach, he ran away from the presence of the Lord. At least, he thought he was running away from the presence of the Lord. I want you to ask something, boys and girls. Do you think a person can really run away from the presence of the Lord? No. What if you hide far, far, far back in your closet? Could God see you there? Yes, He could. What if you hide under the bed, way back in the corner? Do you think God could see you there? Yes, I'm sure He could. God can see everything and everyone in the whole world. There is no one, no place, nothing in the world that God cannot see. So, of course, God could see Jonah when he ran away to Joppa. God also saw the next thing that Jonah did. Jonah paid for a ticket and got on a ship. He went down into the lower part of the ship. Maybe he thought God could not see him as well there. He went to sleep, but the Lord sent a great wind, and soon everybody on the ship was afraid that the boat would sink. Jonah knew who had sent the wind. Who was it? Yes, God. Jonah also knew why God had sent it. Why? Because Jonah disobeyed. Perhaps he thought, now God is going to punish me for running away. He will make this boat sink and everyone on board will die in the water. I don't want others to die because I'm the one who has disobeyed. I'd better to tell them to throw me into the water. I suppose I will drown, but I will be the only one to die. All the others won't have to die because of me. So Jonah said, I'm the cause of this. I fear the Lord, but I have been running from the Lord. That's why He has sent this great storm. What shall we do with you, Jonah, to stop this terrible storm? The sailor asked. Jonah was afraid, but he knew what he had to do. Take me up and throw me into the sea, then the storm will stop, because it is all my fault. The men didn't want to throw Jonah overboard, but they finally saw that was what they had to do. They threw Jonah over the side of the boat, and sure enough, the storm stopped and the waves were still. All the people on the boat then feared the Lord and promised him they would do right. What about poor Jonah? I'm sure he thought as he sailed through the air, oh, this is the end of me. When I hit the water, I will drown. It served me right for not obeying the Lord. However, God had another plan for Jonah. He had made a special big fish and he had put it in just the right spot. When Jonah hit the water, the fish was waiting. Gulp! Down went Jonah for 3 days and 3 nights. Do you know what Jonah did? He started praying. Dear God, he said, you have put me here in the middle of the sea. The waves are over me. I'm not even sure you can see me here. I will do what you want me to do, God. I will obey. So the Lord, knowing Jonah had repented, spoke to the fish. The fish vomited Jonah out on the dry land. This time, Jonah did obey God. He didn't think anyone would listen to him, but he went to the Nineveh and preached as God had told him. The people listened. They were sorry for their sins. They believed in God, and God decided to bless them instead of destroying their city. How foolish of Jonah not to obey God. Sometimes we act foolishly too. God tells us we must obey our parents. We cannot obey God if we do not do what our parents tell us. But sometimes we get stubborn and we want our own way. We say we will obey after a while, but that is not obeying. We truly obey when we do immediately what we are told and do it with the right attitude.